Imagine waking up one morning and finding out that the oceans, all of them, were gone. No more Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, or Southern. Just endless miles of cracked seabed stretching into the horizon. Sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, right? But let's dive into the question. What would actually happen if the oceans dried up? First, let's appreciate the scale of this scenario. Earth's oceans cover about 71% of the planet's surface and hold around 1.332 billion cubic kilometers of water. Without them, Earth wouldn't just lose its blue charm, it would become an alien-looking world, with deep trenches like the Mariana Trench exposed, giant coral skeletons sun-baked, and stranded shipwrecks rusting under the open sky. One of the first and most devastating effects would be the collapse of the water cycle. Oceans are the planet's largest source of evaporation, which creates clouds and, ultimately, rain. Without them, rainfall would become extremely rare. Rivers, lakes, and reservoirs would slowly dry up too, starving both ecosystems and human life of fresh water. Next, Earth's climate would go haywire. Oceans don't just sit there looking pretty. They act like the planet's giant air conditioner. They store and distribute heat, balancing temperatures around the globe. Without them, coastal cities would face brutal temperature swings, similar to deserts. Days would scorch, nights would freeze. Most regions would become uninhabitable in a matter of months. And let's not forget the oxygen problem. About 50–80% of the world's oxygen is produced by oceanic plankton. No oceans, chakras, no plankton, chakras, severe oxygen shortage. Breathing would literally become harder for every living creature on land. On the food chain side, the disappearance of oceans would mean the extinction of marine life, from tiny shrimp to majestic whales. That also erases a huge portion of the human food supply. Billions of people worldwide depend on seafood as their primary protein source. Coastal economies would crumble, industries would vanish, and mass migrations would follow. The geography of Earth would dramatically change too. You'd see landscapes no human eyes have ever seen. Submerged mountain ranges taller than the Rockies, ancient volcanoes, and weird seabed creatures that once lived miles below the surface, now exposed to sunlight for the first and last time. Beyond the ecological and human impacts, there's also the gravitational balance. Oceans add weight and mass that help stabilize the Earth's spin. Without them, the balance might shift, potentially triggering more extreme earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and unpredictable weather patterns. In short, if the oceans dried up, life as we know it would collapse. The Earth wouldn't just become a different place. It would become a place where most life, including humans, might not survive at all. So the next time you gaze out at the sea, remember, it's not just a pretty view. It's the lifeblood of our planet.